know everything there is to know about you.
I get it. So that's why...
Some people choose to wait for new players by easily. As soon as a player obtains a valuable card, they'll show up and steal it. In some cases, they just kill their target.
Like the guy who just died? Well, it won't be that easy to kill me.
No, he was killed by someone else. By a radical type of player who hunts his opposition. The man who died was killed by someone called the Bomber.
Bomber.
In this game, there are only 3 ways that a player can acquire item cards they can use. Know what they are?
Find them yourself.
You can also trade for them with other players.
Or simply steal them from others.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Yes, those are the 3 possible ways. However, the number of players stealing from others has increased. That's because of...
I might put on some music in a second or so. Game, shoot, stop lagging. I have about 61 FPS. I usually only keep it at 60 or 50. Edit game. My mom. Okay, there's something wrong with me, I swear. We don't talk about my aim, bruh. See, we don't talk about it, mostly because I'm literally just trying to get used to keyboard and mouse. So we don't talk about my aim, man. We don't talk about it, we don't talk about it. I do this about 5 rounds, and then I maybe just maybe go into a different training course and then get ready.
The card's acquisition difficulty and conversion limit.
If you wanna play with me,
however,
add me. I'll tell you my name.
From others has increased.
Want to?
That's because of the card's acquisition
Pick it
difficulty
up.
and conversion
Oh
limit.
my.
Players who can't obtain cards themselves often choose to take them from others. Those players resist. They're killed. Their ring disappears and the cards are lost. But it increases the conversion limit for that type of card. If you kill a player, you can't take his cards. That rule was put in place to prevent players from killing each other.
Lately, it's been backfiring. It's been over 10 years since this game was first released. If no one can find a way to beat it, the killing will only continue. That's why all of us are all trying to end this mess. We need more allies to clear the game. That's where you come in.
How do you plan to obtain cards? 1, find them. 2, trade for them.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
You can do.
I have to. We'll be using all of them, but that'll be the primary method.
Hold on. So you're still gonna use force?
No, we refuse to use violence to achieve our goals. Spells. You just need spells, correct? That's right. There There are spells that exist for taking others' cards, as well as cards that defend against them. We plan to monopolize those spell cards. We're going to use the very same card conversion limit that's been frustrating us. It's the only way to clear the game.
I've met a lot of players, and they all reach the same conclusion. That the cards you find will be taken eventually.
Because that's what the game is based on. Taking cards from each other.
Oh, my hand's cramping. Jesus. Give me a minute.
You're leaving out something important, aren't you? How you gonna split the reward money once you clear the game?
Oh yeah, and I edit with E because it's just easy to edit with my index finger instead of, I don't like reaching to the sides, I just like...
You see, Mr. Patera hired all of us to play the game too.
That means the reward will be 50 billion. We'll split it between everyone who helps us.
We have 53 players. 2 months to collect the remaining spell cards. 1 to get the cards we need. 3 months to finish.
Of course, if you decide to join us, we'll remove any spells that were cast on you.
Can't say I like the idea of splitting the 50 billion, but
Really,
I do
Mom?
like the idea of clearing the game in 3 months.
What about you? I have a question. So, if I get an SS rank card on my own, what's my cut? Roughly. SS? For one of that rank? It's about 500 million. Okay, I'm in.
What about you, kid?
Can I think I'm gonna do this one more time? And then search up editing courses.
Count me out. I'm playing on my own.
My hand cramps, bruh.
Well, you guys heard the boss. I got a path. Hey, go! Wait up!
You guys heard the boss. I got a path.
First,
Okay, guys, give me a minute. My hand's
you
cramping.
can be removed.
See, I want a hand cam, but I don't know where I would put my hand.
Just
Like,
wait
I don't
for
know
the
how
spell
I
to
put it at my
start.
desk. It's like,
We'll come get you.
And if you have any cards in your free slots,
am I retarded?
I'll need for you
Yes,
to
I
give them to me now.
am.
Why's that?
When you leave the game, the cards left in your free slots disappear completely.
Yeah, but your data automatically saves when cards are put into or taken out of the
Crap,
specified
I am
slot.
retarded, I
Your
swear.
data disappears if you don't return within 10 days.
If you don't return to the game before then, unfortunately, we'll have to assume that you gave up. Got it? Don't worry. A friend is joining us.
We don't know if anyone's watching. Let's begin. First off, I'll use the lead card.
Hey! Wait up, Gone. Wanna tell me what that was all about? Sorry, Killua, but I guess I just couldn't take it anymore. Okay, but I still don't get why you're apologizing. Because you're gonna be stuck with that spell for a while, and it's all my fault. Okay, I get it now. Look, it's no big deal. It is. You're playing this game because of me. You're only here to help me find my dad. You're wrong. I'm playing this game because...
Oh, my hand.
Why'd you get so mad? It's because they said mean stuff about Gene's game. How it's all based on killing and stealing cards. And I guess it really ticked me off. I want to do what Gene said to do, and just enjoy the game. When I first got here, I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I wasn't afraid. Because I thought, well, I figured all the players genuinely enjoyed the game, you know? People actually die here, but the game, it's not scary. It's that players hurt each other, all over getting some cards. That's the really scary part. Really? I think it makes sense. Hey, you really mean that? It's dangerous, but it's just meant for interest. Still, killing is wrong, sure. No argument on that part. But what if 2 players each record a card, and the one who wins a battle with defined rules gets to keep both? That's okay. See? When that guy casts a spell on me, and those guys start their strategy, they're only following the rules of the game. But to be honest, it kind of feels like they're chickening out. Look, forget about them, alright? Let's just enjoy the game by ourselves. Kilo, thanks a lot. I'm glad you're here with me. No.
So this is how much my pump's actually doing on the game. 22 to the head, I swear.
Idiot! This is embarrassing! No, it's not. How can it be embarrassing if I mean it? I'm sorry, Gon. You got it backwards. I'm the one who's glad I got to meet you. I really am. I see. So that's why.
This is what I'm gonna do to people, ready? So I'm just gonna let them hit it, like break the wall.
It would be so much fun to ruin it.
Gon and Killua
Call it
their friendship.
Excuse me. Who is she and what does she want? My hand's cramping, guys. I have no clue why I'm tired.
Round 7 of the championship finals.
And you're probably like, oh my god, yo. Easy.
Show me rock!
This is what my sense is. But it's not. I just I have no clue how to fix that. Please, somebody help me because like this is what my sense is at. Like it's usually at that time. See, now if I equip or like apply.
Check it out, Gon. Card number 83 goes in a specified slot. All right, one card down. Score.
Boing. I usually have a 12.5, but for some reason it's not working. It's not working. Do I need like do anything? Like I swear. Apply. See. See, right now I'm playing on my controller. I like it on keyboard and mouse more. You know, I imagine switching the keyboard and mouse. Like,
You kids, hand over the sword of truth right now. Look, I don't want to have to rough you up, so just do what I tell you.
No way, you idiot.
Hold on! Fuck! You're bluffing, right? I already know that you just started playing the game a little while ago. You're both newbies, so you haven't obtained any defensive spells yet except for the Sword of Truth. This is Thief. This spell card lets you steal one random card from another player's specified slots. Take this! Thief on! Attack Kilo!
Haven't you trained at all, mister? Nice try. I won't give it back the next time. You must be an amateur. This is a game for pro hunters. I'm impressed that you even made it in. But at least you learned something. An attack spell won't kick in until you finish the chant.
Yeah, but a strategy like that only works on the very weakest players! Exactly. If you want a card, you just take it from someone else. Only fools actually participate in tournaments. Understand, boys? If not, you will.
They really pissed me off! Just forget it. Those guys were all pros. At least they didn't use brute force. Damn it! Then I've really got to start focusing hard on building up my spell cards. In that case, I say we should head out to Masadora, the city of magic. Sounds like a plan.
oh my arm, bruh. My bruh. And you're probably like, ugh. Holy crap, whiskey. See, I'm just practicing editing like one time. Eventually, yeah, guys, eventually.
We're gonna start off by assigning roles. Everyone here right now will be collecting spell cards for us. You've probably heard there are 40 different spell cards. We need you to obtain one. This is one of the strongest defense spells in existence. You can certainly use another one of those.
I feel like I'm watching Goya right now in freaking Dragon Ball Z.
It's a super rare card with an SS rank that no one has ever been able to get their hands on.
How can you be sure no one's ever obtained it?
There's a spell card called List. Casting it tells you the current conversion number of one card, as well as the number of people who have it.
Yeah, okay.
The card is incredibly difficult to obtain, because you need to have all 40 spell cards in your possession before you can trade for one. Of course, spell cards are extremely useful in this game, so players tend to use them up.
But now, after a whole lot of searching,
Oh my
a
god.
collection of all 40 spell cards. What we'd like to do is trade them in for an Angel's Breath card right now, but...
If you did, you'd have nothing to protect it with. That's why you need a copy of the fortress, correct?
Exactly. That said, in order for this plan to work, what we want you to do is to make a complete list of the 40 spell cards and commit them to memory.
Those 4 Gargiter cards got us 120,000.
See,
I know, they were pretty valuable. We don't need to worry about money now. Hey, why don't we buy some food and water? Then head to Masadora. Sure, but first we need a map. One with information costs 650,000, and the blank one's only 20. Which do you want? The blank one! That way, we get all the fun of filling it in ourselves. I'm positive it's painful. Game. Wow, this doesn't tell us anything. Let's ask for directions.
Head north for 80 kilometers. After you pass by the mountain, you'll get to a lake. You're gonna want to follow that lake north for a little while, and it'll take you right to Masadora.
If we hurry, we can do, like, 80 kilometers a day.
Assuming that you survive, of course.
Huh?
That mountain is practically crawling with bandits. Even worse, after you pass the mountain, you'll encounter hordes of monsters.
There's bandits and monsters? Now it's starting to sound like an RPG. Let's see what the monsters look like. Come on, hurry! All right, whereabouts? Please. I'm begging you. For what? I'd really like to join you if you don't mind. No way. Sorry. May I ask why not? Slow us down. How dare you speak to me that way, you little brat? I could take you out with one hand tied behind my back if I wanted to. That does it. I was only planning to mess with them for a little while, but now I'm going to completely ruin their lives. Hey, hold it right there! Please? I'll try really hard not to get in your way. Okay, I have most of the information we need.
bruh.
Then, can you tell us what you found?
Of course. I'll start with number 1. I tried 100 different people in this city, and they all gave the same response when faced with an unusual question. That's typical behavior for non-playable characters. Number 2. Book. This copy is real, and this one's a copy Cortopy game. Game. Cortopys didn't transform. I believe that might indicate that the game's program didn't recognize Cortopy's card. And 3. Shizuku's battery seems to function normally in this world, but it won't work on any items that have special abilities of any kind. I think that's because the game was programmed to prevent Nen abilities from being used to collect cards.
I see. So?
However, these 3 points indicate yet another possibility. This game isn't taking place in a virtual world. It's based somewhere in the real world.
But what do you mean?
You see, if any of the players were to actually enter Greed Island, then their souls would fully detach from their bodies and enter the console, leaving their bodies behind. Sending them in physically wouldn't be necessary. And while separating body and soul might be possible, it would take a lot more than standing in front of a console and using Hatsu. It would make a lot more sense if the players were actually teleported somewhere else entirely. Therefore, the software operating the console has nothing to do with playing the game. Its job is to teleport players who trigger it with Hatsu to this island.
Stands to reason, but I don't think I get what he... What was it?
Of all the cards you found for your specified slots, you can choose 3 and take them all back to the real world with you.
That's right. And that means that every one of these items are available to be used outside of the island. If this game does indeed take place in the real world, then it should be possible to remove all of the treasure without actually having to clear the game.
What was I about to do though?
Book. So at the moment, we only know a little bit about a few select items. It would be most beneficial to learn about all the cards. To start, we need the spell card called Eye of God. And then we just need to find Finks and Phaeton.
Another cheap map, huh? Still, he was carrying a lot of spell cards. Well, want to split up for now? Let's meet back in Macedora in a week. We'll see which one of us can kill more players. Make it a race. Okay, but be sure to take their cards first.
Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh.
So what do you think we should do about her? Just ignore her. We'll have a chance to ditch her once the bandits show up. But isn't that kind of mean? What are you talking about? She passed, right? So she's got strong Nen abilities. She can escape if it gets rough. She's keeping up better than I thought she would.
Their stamina isn't half bad. Well, for a couple of brats, anyway.
You ready?
Please help us. We beg you.
The disease is spreading. It starts with a mild fever, but then it gets progressively worse and worse until the afflicted finally dies.
All we can do is use medicine to keep the fever at bay. Sadly, the medicine only...